New rules designed to slow the cars down had no effect as Jackie Ickx set a new track record in leading a Ford GT40 sweep of the front row. Behind them were 4 Porsche 907 prototypes, along with an Alfa driven by Mario Andretti. Spicing up the competition was the Trans Am division, a race within a race with the Chevy Camaro of Mark Donohue leading the 2-car Shelby Mustang team led by Jerry Titus. Also in the field, running behind the Donohue Camaro, was the revolutionary Helmet Turbine. Unfortunately, it hit the wall before it could ever show any of its potential. While the wonder power to the GT40s, Porsche sent out the Joe Seifert Hans Hermann 907 to push the Ford team to make them work for the victory. There you see our own David Hobbs driving the number 9 sister car to Jackie Ickx. By late afternoon, as the shadows grew long, the pole-sitting machine, driven at the time by Brian Redmond, retired due to transmission failure. Then, during the early evening hours, the other GT40 would also drop out after running over debris and rupturing the fuel cell. That left the Porsches in the lead. But in the Trans Am division, Donohue's car stopped and would drop out of contention as mechanics replaced both cylinder heads. Titus would take the Trans Am division victory. For the first time in 24-hour racing, Porsche had a chance at an overall win despite an overnight crash that eliminated 2 of its entries along with Maston Gregory's Ferrari. After being the bridesmaid for so many years to the likes of Ford, Ferrari, and Chaparral, Porsche finally had won its first 24-hour race, with Seifert and Hermann joining Rolf Stommelen, Jochen Neerpasch, and Vic Elford in a very happy victory lane. Welcome back to the Rolex 24 at Daytona. We're looking for the white flag, and it flies. 1 lap to go here in the 40th anniversary running of the Rolex 24 at Daytona. And Freddie Lienhard has to get around about 3.5 miles and just do it clean.
And second place is right behind him. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, he's 100 yards behind him. There he is, there's second place man.
Wants to get in the pictures.
Yeah, too right, so would I. And there's fourth place man right behind that, the number 38 champion Porsche.
Third in SRP, of course, third overall is still that remarkable performance by that SRP2 machine, the Rand Racing entry. Number 8 with Mr. Rand behind the controls right now, but here is Freddie Lienhard. I mean, we talk about Dorn and everything he's done in the drivers, but Freddie Lienhard, as Kevin said, he's the one, through his funding, his interest, his enthusiasm, his love for the sport, has really provided the opportunity for this team to achieve what it is about to.
Well, it's one of those great combinations. I mean, he was fortunate to find Kevin when Kevin needed some support and sponsorship, and of course, Freddie was very lucky to run across the door around racing when it sort of became available, as it were. So they're a great couple.
But it's so funny how these wonderful men, these businessmen, get hooked with a little thin line, boy, and they get drawn in until they love it and they spend their money. And I admire them for spending their money on motorsport and doing something, giving something back to the public. I think it's fantastic.
Well, if they do hang on, it's sort of a tradition here for the winners of the Rolex 24 as well as the Daytona 500 to spend a little time at Daytona USA, the museum here on display. So you might be able to catch it there. I don't know how long Kevin's going to leave it there because he's got a big race that he's going to be planning for here coming up, the second round of the championship. Here we go through the East Banking one final time. And a clear run, although there's a car going very slow coming to the line. Hope he gets out of the way. Here comes Freddie Lienhard. And up he comes, and that's the Jag of Gentilozzi. He wanted to let Freddie through. And Freddie Lienhard, Durant et al. Have taken the win. Gentilozzi has won in GTS. And there, the rest of the driver contingent, there's the GTS crew. Pruitt, Simo on the right, Michael Lauer. Boy, Freddie Lienhard, is he going to savor this one? Of course, right behind him, you see Jim Matthews. And I think a tremendous amount of accomplishment goes to Jim Matthews for what he has achieved. On board with the number 66, Mike Schramm doing the driving there. He's going to be able to come around and pick up the win in the GT category as well. There's the 09, your winner in AGT. Boy, they had an immense lead built up through a great drive and even survived that broken diff and that long repair to come back. And here is your winner in SRP2, Bill Rand, in that Lola Nissan. Boy, third overall. Absolutely remarkable achievement by the SRP2 class. It is a class, I think, well and truly that's on the rise, on the build in sports car racing worldwide, and they have proven exactly why with this performance right here. Just an excellent job. And he's going to bring it around and pick up the checkered flag. So it is the number 27 out front, the 36. Matthews behind the wheel, brings it home second. Here comes third overall, as I said, the SRP2 winner, Bill Rand. Look at him pumping the fist, understandably. Just a really tremendous achievement. Still in all, as we get the international flag salute at the end of a major motorsports event like this from all of the corner workers. There's your winner, Freddie Lienhard, and he is savoring a moment very few get to appreciate.